We are getting ready and situated. A little something, something. A little something, something, something for you to listen to. Well, Narc Abuse TV is getting on the air here on Instagram. Live streaming. Instagram has allowed us to exist here and has welcomed us and has been so kind to us and our show, in which you can get some free live streaming shows with as many guests as possible. We've been doing this for about 16 months, and we're approaching, at some point, well over 350 episodes. We appreciate you each and every way. Feel free to, as some of you have asked, how can we support you and make a donation? We have a donation purchase that you can make from our merch store. Go to our website, narcabusetv.com, narcabusetv.com. Feel free to donate that way. Get yourself some merch. Feel free to let others know that you are narc free or that you are a narc warrior. Right now, let's get our guests in.
No way, this is so cool.
Oh, you're being so kind. We did it. 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 You know what? I've been waiting for this. And I had a number of people once they found out you were coming on the show.
Yeah, that's exciting.
I literally got DMs on you telling me, great choice. So I just want you to know that.
That's cool.
Literally.
Thank you.
I think nice. I had three or four that
that's
told me
nice.
they reposted my advertisement you were coming on, and they were like, great choice, Paxton. Great choice. So
I appreciate that. Thank you.
You got a fan club. You got groupies.
I love my people, man. I really do.
They love you back, They love you back. I appreciate you doing this. This is our second show today, and our shows are not scripted. You and I both know that, but they are indeed planned, and I am going to tell you something I didn't tell you before.
Tell me.
I see that Elisa, I don't know if you can see the screen, becoming Elisa, who I admire.
I love her. Yeah.
Don't you? Man, you know what? All three of us should do a show together. Okay, Elisa, there it is. I'll produce it. I'll make it. You know what I should do? I should do a Zoom live with both of you and open it up to a huge audience.
For sure. I love her too.
We'll talk about it.
Okay.
I'm saying that on air, and she has no idea. But I'm throwing her this opportunity.
You're throwing out a line.
Yes, that's all I'm going to do. I have to tell you this. What I was leading up to was this. Okay, good. She says she's in. Hey, okay, Michelle. Okay. The Elisa
My
Michelle.
left hand sucks.
The Elisa Michelle hour. That's what I should call it. It's going to take more than an hour. First of all, both of you together. Trust me. I had to do 3 shows with her. Yes, I know both of you. Wait, all 3 of us will be that way. That's okay. Cool. It'll do good for the community. Anyhow, what I wanted to mention to you was there are a number of things that are on your page that we will not have all the time to get to today. We just talked a little bit before the show started, and I kind of let you know what I had in mind. But we're going to get right to it. So everyone, it may seem a little strange what I'm going to do today. You may not be accustomed to me doing this because I really go quite slow.
I've never done a live at all. I have no expectations whatsoever. So
that's good because
you're safe.
I'm like the person that if you've never done a live before, I'm the person, the right show to come on. People have told me. I don't know. I'm not saying that. People have done a number of lives for the first time they did it with me. So hopefully you will enjoy yourself. But I'm going to go a certain rhythm today, everyone. Is because I want to maximize the time that we're going to have together. So I'm getting a little situated for what I'm going to do here. And here we go, my friend. Michelle,
let's do it.
You have agreed to come on this show so that you and I can work together to, spread narc abuse awareness. And to make sure that we're having an impact to help others who are dealing with this. As briefly as you can say it, how would you describe your experience when it came to dealing with someone who had narcissistic behavior and traits in your life? How would you describe it?
brutal. In a word, brutal.
In a word, okay.
But I mean, gosh, I got it from all ends of the spectrum, you know? Like my mother, you know, I don't like to use terms of endearment when referring to these people, but it was my mother was the head narc, the henchman, enabler, father. I believe he's an inverted narc, you know, stepping back from it now. And then, you know, when I was in my young 20s, I became engaged to a narc. You know, these people infiltrate like all areas of our life because they set the foundation of abuse, mistreatment, what we tolerate, and it's just what we gravitate to. Unfortunately, it's a terrible cycle, and we don't know that we're in it. So that's my involvement with. That's why I feel so passionate about this. I took a class about narcissistic abuse coaching, and I thought I was going to go that route, but I didn't because I just, you know, it just gets me. Like, I know you feel that way as well. It's like everyone, we're all in the same boat, you know?
Yeah.
I appreciate and I respect coaches so much. They're so important. I went to college, ironically, I have my master's in, you know, psychology, counseling. Wow. And it's just, I had no idea. Like, people speak about how mental health professionals are not equipped to counsel in regard to this topic.
Right.
Because it's true. Like, I remember my exposure to narcissism. It was a Saturday class. I was barely paying attention. I was barely lucid. And the professor made a joke like, oh, I'm narcissistic, you know? Like, okay, you know, and that's as far as it went.
Was he serious?
It was a female, and yeah, she was like joking, and it's not funny. There's nothing funny about narcissistic abuse. It's vicious, cruel, it's horrible.
Yeah, I like a posting that you made here to actually, it really complements what you're saying. You have a posting that is dated, and by the way, if anybody wants to know, please like, comment, share,
I just read
follow.
Something.
Like, comment, share, follow her page.
I'm trying not to.
That's okay.
But I have a psych degree too. Exactly. Yeah. Like, it took you till you were 44 to. I'm 41 now. I forget.
Let me read that. Let me read that for you. It says, I have a psych degree, but took me until I was 44 to identify my own narc abuse. That seems to be a running theme that happens. And by the way, I just want you to know, Michelle, you don't look a day over 33. So we'll just say that, right? Take that. I have to read something to you as we move into this.
Already.
Everyone that's here, I love each and every one of you. But Michelle did tell me that I only have a certain amount of time with her, so we're gonna get in as much as we can.
My kids are getting off the bus, and we have a new bus driver, and she's so nasty. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I know. I knew you were gonna say.
You knew I had to interject. I can't shut my mouth.
I knew you were gonna do it. I said, don't talk about the bus driver. She may be listening.
She's so mean, man. She's so mean. Like, I'm in a wheelchair, and I have to, like. That's why the bus comes to our house, thank God, you know. But, like, I have to, like, she has to physically see me. Like, I'm going to leave my kids unattended. Anyway.
Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and read this to you, this posting that was dated. By the way, you have a YouTube channel. Tell everybody the YouTube channel name.
Oh, yes. It's Bumped, Bruised, and Blessed, just like my Instagram. And, you know, I try to type a lot. I try to be thorough in my posts. Yeah. But as you can see, I have so much more to speak about, So I like to supplement the Instagram with the YouTube. So I make videos, you know, basically corresponding to all the issues I'm working through. I know we're all experiencing that. So validation has been like the paramount, you know, you have
the
to
best
look at the tool in my healing. Yeah.
You have to look at the screen. Can you see the screen? Somebody just wrote you something. Do you see what it says?
Your YouTube saved me. I love you for saying that. That means a lot to me.
That's
What's up, Erica?
That's from Lindsay EL Lindsay L, I guess that is 77. She says, your YouTube saved me. All right, now we need to go into rescue mode again and say some more of this stuff here that we have that is beneficial. Here we go. You have a posting. That posting January 5th says, narcissists are so predictable. They deny everything. They deny everything, never apologize, and they want to be selfish. It says it's like they take advice from a toxic handbook. Now, bear with me now. I'm going to read a couple of things, and then you go ahead and just go ahead and start talking about it.
I'll take it. Yes.
Everybody, Erica, thank you for being here. She's giving some love to you and everyone that's here. Please understand, this is Michelle's first live Instagram, correct?
Totally.
Okay, so everybody, we're going to do a number of things here, and then she has to go pick up her kids from
I'm not going. I just have to wheel myself to the front door.
So we're going to get in as much as we can today, but believe me, she is going to be a regular right here on Narc Abuse TV Network. So here we go.
Thank you.
It says, you wrote this, and I need you to please comment and expound on it. It says, I say it often, but it's never enough. I truly appreciate this incredible community of fellow victims of narcissistic abuse. We are all healing each other through validation and support, is what you write. You also write this: swapping war stories allows us to release the burdens we have been bearing for years, even decades. Sharing also provides desperately needed validation to others reading our experiences. Why? There's much more here I'm going to be reading in a moment, but I want to stop right there. Why are these words very important for all of us to hear and know right now?
Because if you grew up in a narcissistic run dysfunctional unit, I like to say unit as opposed to family, because most of us have families now legitimately and love and appreciate them for, what we believe family should be. But anyway, but you grew up all those years, like, something's not right, something's wrong, like, it shouldn't be this way. Shouldn't my parents love me and care about me? And they don't, and you feel it, man. Like, kids are very intuitive. Most of us are very intuitive. I'm sorry, I have my phone propped up on a weight leaning against my computer, so.
You're doing great. You're doing great.
So I'm trying, I'm sorry. So in regard to just the validation, it's just everything, like, we grew up in these environments just knowing something was off, but not being able, like I said, I have my degrees in psychology, and I had a natural inclination to, want to understand, the human mind and our behaviors and everything. And it just, like, narcissists are a totally different species. That's another one of my recent posts. They're just incomprehensible. Like, how could a human being, treat their own children that way, or their partner, somebody that loves them? And that's the crux of it. At the end, the victims, we loved these people, whether they were our parents, our partners, or whatever. And these people wanted to, destroy us, essentially.
Yeah. Matter of fact, you write this, and everyone on the screen is agreeing with you 100% for what you wrote as well as what you're saying. But let me read this and then comment on this. You said this in that same posting. It's almost as if narcissists have the same toxic handbook. This is what you wrote in the comments. Feel free to go to her page, by the way, and take a look at what I'm reading here. You can find it. The terrible encounters we endured with these nightmares was designed to gaslight us. Narcissists seek to psychologically dismantle victims, is what you wrote. We are slowly and strategically trained to question ourselves and to believe that we are the problem. Did you feel that you were the problem as you were existing with those who were trying to systematically and psychologically tear you down?
Always, in every circumstance dealing with a narcissist. I vaguely reference like a peripheral narcissist that I currently deal with as well. Thankfully, I've eradicated most narcissists from my life, but as you know, you can't shut everyone out.
No.
So there's one that I continue to have exposure to. But, in terms of my parents, I've gone no contact since August of 2019. No regrets whatsoever. My only regret is not doing it sooner. And in terms of that relation shit, like, let's get our shit together. I'm sorry, I don't mean to be vulgar, but that's the best word to describe it. In terms of that entanglement, I was always meant to feel like there's something wrong with me,
Mm-hmm.
And I was 20 years old, man. I was at the top of my game when I was with this jerk. And I had a great job. I was cute. I was successful.
Hold on. Wait, no, you said cute. Hold on a second.
I like that. I was cute, man. I had so much going for me. I had a great job and I was getting my graduate degrees and stuff. And this loser made me feel like the loser. It's amazing. Like, I have a reel about it. You guys actually reposted it. Narcissists will take an intelligent person, make you think you're stupid. They'll take thanks, Erica.
Yeah.
But
you see it. Well, let me tell everybody, because everybody's going to know what it says there when they watch this back. But Erica, how sweet of you. She mentions you're still cute, girl. So
that's my girl.
Yeah. Go ahead. You were saying they'll take a person who is making progress in life.
They just want to destroy someone because they have that, like, external locus of control. I've mentioned this. They view the world as having wronged them in some way. So the fault is everyone else's. It's not theirs. So they seek out to, displace their anger, aggravation onto everyone else. So they target us. They find people that they want to emulate, essentially. So they admire us in some way. They recognize our awesomeness, but then they want to destroy us because that makes them feel better in their juvenile way. But it also makes them, feel like important, like if I can hurt you, then that makes me powerful, right? Because I had this impact. It's so twisted and disgusting, but
okay, that is so twisted, but it's something that a lot of people here are recognizing they agree with. Matter of fact, Erica says, the pack coach, we'll start there first. The pack coach, Anastasia, says, I feel you about what we're talking about. Erica mentions, yes, they get a kick out of it. Lindsay says, destroyed is the perfect word for it. Also, let's see here. Ladies and gents, of course, as I mentioned, if it's your first time here, maybe you don't know, I highlight this to you. Please forgive me for me butchering your Instagram name. But feel free to put in Jane Doe or whatever you want to. If you feel emotionally safe, you want to use your regular name, feel free to do so. But that looks like GS Trev 5678 says also they get off on bringing awesome people down and out, is what she says. Erica highlights so true. They're all agreeing with you that this happens.
That's my goal, is to just, make us all aware, all victims of narcissistic abuse, how great we all are. I mean, you can see it in other people. You don't see it in yourself.
That is true.
Because we were trained to feel badly about ourselves, and we've been cut down for all these years. But I deal with, people commenting and messaging me and my YouTube channel and stuff. And I'm like, gosh, what great people. There's no
amazing people,
better community out there, man. It's such good people. I'm like, it's so sad that we don't see that, or that you guys don't even see that about yourselves, because
that's
just made of the best stuff, overcoming the disgusting treatment and still being a good person. There's tons of Instagram posts about that, but it's true. Like, to have been targeted and, you know, psychologically abused by someone, but then to still show up in other people's lives as the good people that you are. And I mean, there's nothing stronger than that.
I love what you say here. And I'm going to read some more, everybody, and then I'm going to finish from this particular posting. But I'm going to read something that I read just a moment ago that you wrote. In the same posting, you said swapping war stories allows us to release the burdens we have been bearing for years, even decades, that sentence says. Most people have been in something they don't recognize they're in, and they literally have been in a war, an emotional war that has taken its toll on them to the point that many feel that they don't want to exist. That's what we talked about in our first show, my first show with Julia earlier. Go ahead, please. No, go ahead, Michelle.
It's disgusting. It's just, we're the ones that end up carrying the burden of the torment that comes from these narcissists. They're the ones that are not dealing with their trauma, so they construct this grandiose facade, and it's malicious where they seek out to hurt people. And we're the ones that end up paying for it. They're victims, just genuinely good-hearted, innocent people. Like, I'm in a wheelchair. I guess you can't see it, which is a good thing because it's kind of beat up. But, you know, like, I really, like, so many people that I speak to have autoimmune diseases or physical manifestations of this trauma because the body keeps the score. If you guys haven't read that book, it's so valid. It's like, I'm autoimmune disease. It just makes so much sense to me. It's like, you know, we've been attacked our whole life, so your own body just becomes accustomed to that, and your body's like, yeah, I'm going to attack you too, you know?
Yeah, it's going to continue to do what has been happening to it. But I'm going to read something to you now. It's your own words, but they're very encouraging words that you wrote, and then you can talk about these also. You wrote this. You said narcissists, again, I'm just going to repeat this. Narcissists seek to psychologically dismantle victims. We are slowly and strategically trained to question ourselves and to believe that we are the problem. The narcissist's efforts to berate us involves vilifying everyone except the actual abuser. This enables them to proclaim victimhood for themselves.
That's what they live for. That's like part of their persona that they're trying to construct, you know. They're constantly looking for attention. They're constantly looking for pity or attention in any form that they're able to garnish it. So, and, you know, by vilifying us, they're able to dismantle us as a threat, you know, as the truth tellers, the justice seekers. Don't pay attention to her, you know, don't listen to what she has to say. Look at me, feel bad for me because she's so mean to me. I recently wrote this in a post. You know, my narc mother always used to say, why do you hate me so much? Why are you so mean to me? And I was like, what are you talking about? Like, I'm not a nasty person, you know, I'm not mean to people. And I don't like you because you treat me terribly, but I don't act that way, you know, like, I was always trying to win her love and approval and always trying to do things to, I have a hair in my eye, it's killing me. But, you know, I wasn't, like, they try to make us out to be like these terrible people, and it doesn't fit. It's not right.
It doesn't fit. Okay, that should be the name of a book you write, because
I got books coming.
Lindsay says Michelle needs to write a book. It doesn't fit. I love that.
Don't you worry.
It doesn't fit.
I got books on the horizon.
You know, all I'm saying is, you know, before you become super famous and on the red carpet, at least come and do one more show with me before you're at the Oscars
all day long,
and you're
sir.
super. I'm just saying, that's a great. It just doesn't fit what they
keyword
try to
being
put on
walking. I want to walk. Period. Like, that's my end game.
Yeah. Well, I tell you right now, despite what it may seem like in a physical aspect, you are walking tall among a lot of people A
Thank
lot of
you.
people like you. I really mean that when I told you I posted it, and so many people responded to me like,
That's
great choice,
cool.
Paxton, to have her on the show. So
Love it.
I
Thank
am
you.
glad I found your page. I appreciate it. I have to read some more of your
Likewise.
words. Your words were this.
I love that you're doing this because I am very deliberate with my words. You
I
know,
noticed,
that's
believe me.
always been my, and
Yeah.
when I say nightmare, like you read in the last passage,
Yeah.
that's like the harshest word I could come up with to describe utter defeat. Like I tell my husband that all the time. If I say something is a nightmare, that's like
That's
the
it. That's the
worst
ultimate.
word I can assign. I'm
Okay,
sorry, go
because
ahead.
you did use it. You did use that word. Okay, so everyone, if you're coming in right now, you're seeing me move rather quickly through the show. That's because Michelle needs to be able to take care of something, and we only have a limited time with her. And I wanted to make sure we cover some things together because Michelle, you are so encouraging.
Thank you.
You have such an impact on people. So I'm going to read some more of what you wrote, and yeah, in doing my research and looking at your information, I y- you need to write
Thank you.
an
I love
anthology of books.
writing.
You need volumes of books
Seriously,
because
I'm a lot to unpack. I
there's
got a
so
lot of
much.
material up in
I know.
here.
That's why I said you're going to have to come back, or like I said, you and Elisa and I are going to have to do a show together because
Love that.
there's
I would
so
love
much
that.
information. You have so much information on your page. You have over 700 postings on your page,
Yeah,
and
man.
there
And
was
I was just saying to my husband today, I just started this like my passion project, and it is my heart. Like I feel this
you
because
got a
I've
lot of
lived
passion then.
this.
You got a lot of
Yeah,
passion
I
because
do.
I can take a page that has 1,200 postings and knock it out in a day and go through all of them, literally. Comments that I can scroll through and read through them quickly. I got stuck reading your page and did
They're
not
like,
get
no,
past. I did
I
not, let me
write
tell you,
intentionally.
I did not get past 200 and some odd posts because I kept reading the comments. The comments
God
were like,
bless you for
there's
reading
like
it.
three, there's like three posts, if not 10, in one post that you make. There's so many comments
Yeah.
in one post. So we're going to use this post that you have that I'm reading now as the entire show because the next thing that you write is this. You say that, again, I'll repeat a little bit that I mentioned, the narcissist's efforts to berate us involves vilifying everyone except the actual abuser.
Yeah.
This enables them to proclaim victimhood for themselves. As we support one another and share, these are your words, you type this. I am always shocked by the striking similarities in our stories. Do they learn, talking about the narcissist, do they learn their malice from a toxic textbook manual?
It's true. It's like when we share our story and when I read and I read every comment, I'm always like it always upsets. I'm trying to like block the glare. Oh my God. But
You're doing great. You're doing great.
it always upsets me like when I read other people's horrible stories.
Yeah.
And I
Yeah.
mean, don't get me wrong, like I'm sure people read my stuff and they're like, "Oh my God, I can't believe they did."
Yeah.
Like, yeah, it's like that's how we feel about each other. We
Yeah.
don't like feel that way. We don't give ourselves that kind of grace. But when we read about other people's abuse, we're like, "Oh my God, that's horrible." And but the crazy thing is they're so similar. It's like they all do the same stuff because they all have that twisted, disordered mentality. That's
When
why
it
they're able to categorize it in the DSM, the Diagnostic Statistical Manual.
when it comes to life, it can be challenging if a person doesn't know that they're in abuse, though.
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
What do you
particularly.
suggest? What do you suggest for someone? And our audience has been changing here. It's getting younger. I'm talking
Yeah.
about 16, 18 years of age. It's showing in our analytics that we have that younger women are Googling this and finding out that they've been a part of an abusive family dynamics or a number of things. What's your advice to someone just beginning this journey and they're just now watching this for the first time and they're in a room now of maybe seasoned people who've been talking about this for a while they can't wrap their brain around it. What are your words of advice to them?
God bless you guys. You're way better off than I was way back when. But knowledge is power. Learn everything that you can to validate what you are experiencing, what you know is wrong inside, but you need to validate it from an outside source to really give yourself that credit, because narcissists, as I was saying in those posts, they dismantle your intuition. You know, we all have it. We're all born with it. And we know better. And we're intelligent people that narcissists just try to smoke and mirrors everything. They'll say they love us, but then they treat us like garbage, you know? We know better. But learning about it, reading about it, so whatever outlet works best for you. Like when the narcissist dumped me back in 2005, thank God, again, when that happened.
Wait, Michelle, Michelle, we got to hold on a second. Round of applause because you got free.
All I did, I went to Barnes and Noble way back when that, was popular. I went to the self-help love section and I got all these books. Narcissistic abuse wasn't even on the radar back then. So it was,
you said 2005, right? Okay.
Yeah. It was all about like controlling people, emotionally abusive people. Everything fit. All of the diagnostic criteria was there. All of the evidence was there, but the label was not there. So I still have these books on my shelf, man. Like and I have every page highlighted like wild. And it's just, when you educate yourself and you validate yourself, it's everything. It's all you need.
When you started to do research, you had your Barnes and Noble's moment in time, and it became your resource to get information and knowledge. What was it like for you when you started truly processing what psychologically and emotionally, strategically had been done to you? Describe that.
It's a disgusting relief. You know, like my husband and I said that about losing our son. It was like a disgusting relief, and it's a horrible choice of words, but it's like the validation, again, I can't stress it, it's priceless. It's everything. It's like, I'm not crazy. This is really happening, but it's a relief because it's like, it's over and it was torture and it was abuse. But when I was able to, pinpoint that it was in fact abuse, I was like, that makes sense. That's why I was so miserable for so long, trying to make it work.
You were in this war, as I said earlier, I read some of your words, these war stories that we have now, a person can have. You were in this war, but you didn't see it per se in the moment. But once you were, as you said, 2005, discarded, you got some knowledge, you began to process it. When did you decide, though, that you weren't going to be quiet anymore and you weren't going to be silent? When did that kind of kick in and you became this force to be reckoned with and started really speaking out with your YouTube and everything? When did that kick in?
Okay. Yeah, like I said, it all started in 2019 when I finally cut contact, when I really was able to confirm that I got the validation from the class that I took. And I was like, all those years of just bottling things up and taking it. Like I was the black sheep. I was always the black sheep. And I was always just punched down and kicked down and like, you're the bad one and you're the problem and all the other things. So I was silenced for all that time. So now I'm just like, I won't shut up. And like I said, I did not go the route of being a coach because I just want to make things available to all of us victims, because everybody deserves to be educated and to learn about this stuff. And I love being able to use my education and my communication skills to convey all of this.
And you're doing an excellent job. It was 2019. Did you say August, if I got that correct, that you went no contact with your parents?
Yeah, I mean, I started to try to, but you all know it's never a clean break. There's engulfing parents, and then there's ignoring parents. And ironically, mine are the worst of everything. It's like they ignored me, acted like I didn't matter, and I had no value to them until they wanted something, you know, they wanted to cherry pick my life or events out of my life that they wanted to exploit or use for attention.
Mm-hmm.
And
so your achievements and what was happening in your life and what was happening with your family, they would cherry pick it so that they could go and tell their friends
to try to look good,
look good and stuff like that. You know, a lot of people experience that, but they think that's just the way the family's supposed to go. But that's not normal, correct?
No, man, your parents are supposed to be like, if you have children now, like you do, obviously, but anyone watching, like
that's
you have kids now, you love your kids, you're proud of your kids, you genuinely,
up or down, up or down, good, right.
You genuinely just want to see them succeed, man, and you're genuinely, authentically proud of them. You love them. You don't use them. And that's what narcissistic parents do. They use you. That's when, I guess, back to I'm sorry, I'm trying to stay focused here. But
no. There is no staying focused with you and I together. Now imagine when we get well, all three of us get together.
Off the rails, man.
Yeah. Yes. No, we're gonna have fun. Go ahead. I'll work on it. I'll produce it and put it together. But anyhow, go ahead.
You were saying that's when that was a pivotal moment when I started to go no contact, or when I decided enough is enough, man. I deserve better. My family deserves better. That was when I was like, oh, the hell with this. I'm not sitting on this anymore. I was like, I can't not put this out there. And like I said, it was just a passion project type of a thing. You know, we're all healing.
Not anymore. You're a force to be reckoned with on many time zones. And you're getting so much love here on the screen. Others are talking about what you're mentioning right now. I do have to tell you that, let's see here, Lindsay is saying this is so empowering. And of course, awesome. Amber is here, and Amber is mentioning that I'm not crazy. Many are finding out that they're not crazy. many are coming to understand.
It is such an amazing, sanity. Our sanity is priceless. We deserve it. And these people are the disordered ones, but they try to impose it on us by mistreating us, by vilifying us. You know, it couldn't be farther from the truth. They're the ones.
Anyone is here, and you're wondering to yourself, it'd be safe to say, if you're wondering and you come on this show, I am telling you now, you are not crazy. Okay, let's just get this out the way right now. There is nothing wrong with you except what is normal to every imperfect human being on this planet.
Exactly. Nobody's perfect, but
yes, some emotional leech has latched on themselves to you and is trying to suck the juicy good stuff out of you and look as if they're the originator of it and you're persecuting them. So look, let's do this. I'm going to read something to you now. We have gone 40 minutes, so I know we have a little bit more time left. And everybody, if you just got in, I'm going to repeat it again.
I got a bone to pick with a bus driver.
I really want to get into that, but I know we don't have time. But she does have something that she needs to do in regards to her children. So we have only a limited time, but believe me, she will be a regular. You will always have an open chair here at Narc Abuse TV Network, Michelle. Only a few people can have those. I love all of my guests, but you can be able to come back on the spur of the moment. If you just go, hey, Paxton, can I come on right now?